This is a long overdue follow-up video to answer all of your questions about the super popular 35th Anniversary Pac-Man Connect and Play device, found at most retail outlets such as Walmart, Target, Rite Aid, Best Buy, CVS, and Amazon. That's one question out of the way. I'll include jump links to all the answered questions in the video's description. All the questions came in from YouTubers like you. The questions covered are: where can I purchase the device? Is this an officially licensed device? Do you have any links for the United Kingdom? How much do these devices sell for? Is two-player mode supported? How do you plug it into your television, and what channel do you use? How do I play on a modern television with HDMI? Can the batteries be changed without losing your high scores? Are the parts inside replaceable? Can the included RCA cable be extended in length? I'm gonna answer a few of the easier to answer questions right away. First, I wanted to point out these devices sell new for about 20 bucks, but used devices can be found on eBay for less. The 35th Anniversary Pac-Man Connect and Play device is an officially licensed product. All the games installed on the device support both single-player and two-player modes. To play a single-player game, press button A to begin the game. To play a two-player mode game, press button B to begin a game. Let's jump into the video to answer the rest of your questions. Alright, let's break it out of its hibernation so we can get some of your questions answered. Battery still works. Okay, so one of the questions I had coming in from YouTube was, how do you plug in your plug and play device into your television? Well, the answer is quite simple. You simply take the cable that it comes with and plug it into your television. If you have an older television, you'll have these ports in the front. They're RCA ports, or in the back. And you plug yellow to yellow and white to white. And then another one of the questions that I had was, well, what channel do you put your television on? Well, in this case, on my older television, it's on the channel called line, which is basically your input channel. But on a lot of televisions, you'll actually use channel 3 or channel 4. So it depends on the model of your older television. And then all you do from there is power on the unit. So there's probably a high degree of possibility that you don't have an older television like this that has these RCA inputs. And if that's the case and you still want to be able to play your plug and play device, then you'll need a way of upscaling the signal from this RCA input into an HDMI format. And that's what I'm going to talk about in the next segment. How can we make this plug and play unit work on a modern television through HDMI? Alright, so if you really need to play your plug and play unit on a modern television through HDMI, then as I had mentioned, you will need this upscaling device that I'm showing right here. Now, I ordered this on Amazon. You can also get it on eBay, even cheaper than what I purchased it for. I've seen it for as low as $8 with free shipping. And what this device does is it takes your RCA signal and outputs it to an HDMI signal, which you can then plug into your television. It has a switch on it that switches between 720p and 1080p. And essentially it works both ways, but what I noticed was on the 720p mode, it looked a little clearer. So I'll leave that to you to decide which to use. And now we're going to take a look and see if this device actually does what it purports to do. So here I've plugged in the USB cable into the device, and I plugged it into a spare USB charging port that I have. I'm going to plug that into the power. Now I'm going to plug in the plug and play unit into the device, and let's see what we get. So the output needs HDMI. I'm going to plug this in now. Now that that's in, I can plug the other end into the television. Now I have it all hooked up. It's time to give it a try. There it goes. Sweet. So the next question is, does the upscaling device introduce lag? So in other words, if you're playing Pac-Man and you press to move left, does he immediately move left? And when you switch to right, does he immediately move right, etc.? And from what I've been able to determine in my testing, I noticed zero lag. There probably is a little bit introduced, but I was unable to detect it during my gameplay testing. Alright, so let's pop this bad boy open and see how, if we can swap the battery out without losing our high scores. Alright, I have 4 Duracell batteries here to use as replacements. And the idea is to take the ones out with the spring so you can slide it in quickly. Boom. Right behind it. Oop. That last one. Alright, let's see if I still have high scores. Turn it on. And I do. I still have high scores. So you can still see I have high scores still. Alright, for the next question is, are the parts inside replaceable? Let's open up the unit. I've never opened this up before. Let's see what's inside. Not much to it inside. But it does look like these buttons here should be very simple to replace. The joystick, we have to take off two more screws. That's also the motherboard. Yeah, look at that. So I'm not that familiar with arcade joysticks, but I don't imagine it being that difficult to swap it if we needed to. And then look, the buttons here. All right, we are back in business. All right, so the next question is, how do I extend the RCA cable length if I need a few more feet? And this one's fairly simple. All you need is to have a couple of adapters. There's a few different types of adapters you can get, but these ones right here are pretty much what you need. They're female on both sides, and you just plug it in, plug it into the end of your cable, and then of course you'll have to have a spare RCA cable available with male outputs on both sides, and you plug in yellow to yellow, white to white. So yellow to yellow and white to white. And then you simply plug in the other end of that into your television and you have extended. Just throw that in. You will have extended your cable. And you can go much further back than you could before. So I have a little splitter right here. This takes an input and splits it into two. But basically you can use this right here. So what I'm going to do is plug in the device on the one end. So I'm plugging in. I'm going to plug it in right here. Let's do that. And then the other end, I got a longer AV cable plugged into the HDMI converter. So this is probably a 10-foot cable I have, and I'm going to plug that in right here. Let's do that. And presto. Now, just to give an idea, oh, I'm running into furniture. But all the way back here, let's try Rally X from back here. Oh, it's hard to do and record. So I'm going to move a little closer. This is just showing that you can extend the cable if you buy the right tools.